Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul. You're watching me on my YouTube channel, my talk show. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development because it is important and essential that we keep a track of development if we want to develop ourselves, if we want to be informed, if we want to be abreast with the latest development, and keep a track of the opportunity, then it is essential that we keep ourselves updated whatever is happening around us, you know. And I try to instill certain positivity, all the time. I try to excite you, instill certain positivity so that you can have self-confidence, and you can have visibility, clarity that what you should do in your life so that you can move ahead. There are many opportunities around, but if we are not honing our skills, if we are not embracing the changes, then it will be always difficult to be apt for all the opportunities that are arising in this new avenue, in this new arena, because the technological field is advancing each and every day. As AI is being advanced, the disruption will come and it will certainly disrupt the market altogether. The storms of new technologies will come once the AI will be of general intelligence, when it will come near to singularity, where it will have the capacity to mimic human like intelligence, maybe surpass that. So, what will happen? Many new gadgets will come that can transform our life altogether. Nowadays, we are interacting with technology in a different way, but after you know integration of artificial intelligence in each and every little gadgets that we use, our life is going to transform in near future. That is what we will witness. Maybe glasses will be so sophisticated that it will replace mobile phones altogether. Maybe certain implants, nanochips will be developed, which can enhance your agility, which can enhance your intellectual ability, and that can be implanted in your brain or somewhere in your hand, as a chip, and it can enhance your random access memory, like that kind of thing, as we have prefrontal, cortex that is used for better clarity, for better, access to our brain. So such kind of nanochips, if we can augment our intelligence, if we can augment our capacity, intellect with the help of technology, we can certainly boost ourselves up. And that is what we will witness in coming days. Because making machines and giving them grant to rule us will not be viable, will not be logical. Rather, if we will advance ourselves and it will make a handshake with the upcoming technologies, and if we will integrate ourselves to advance our own intelligence, to advance our own computing ability, once we will become a part of administration, then the real reflection of intelligence of humanity will prevail. Otherwise, if we are giving all the grants to technologies and machines, someday, somewhere, we will be losing ourselves, and that should never happen. And that is why Neuralink, Elon Musk subsidiary company, is really very, very good, in terms of new research that is happening, in implantation of BCI, brain computer interface. These are the a starting point, but later on, if nanochips will be developed, it will certainly get access to implant it in human brain as well as in human tissues, and many cellular, you know, biological tissues are being developed, artificial tissues, biological tissues are being developed. If there we can integrate these kind of intelligence, and later on it can, be incorporated in technical assistance, we will certainly be able to make ourselves forward in time. And that is what I want to see. We want to create our digital memory, we want to create such kind of sophisticated technology that in future we can, our families or people can access our digital memory or our own imitation that could resemble the whole structure of our brain and our computing capabilities, whatever we have, our intelligence, So our digital copy would not be exactly true copy of ourselves because no one knows, our you know our own consciousness cannot be replicated in a machine, but it could be a digital copy where that digital copy would function like us, that will imitate us, that will be a copy of us, and that will be enough for the family, for the help of the family. It can always assist them, it can always be with them, and later on if it can be given a body, like robotic body, it will be always with them. And like, robots, AI robots, if we can bring that kind of, digital copy of our own self, in our own home, if our families can bring later in future, so they will not have a sense of losing someone more deeply, they will not regret, they will certainly be having a family like person on with them. So these are the future phenomena, and certainly tech will move in that way field. I know exactly that this will be the reality in future because human intelligence crave these things. We are human, and human like instincts we have, and we try to visualize that kind of reality, and it is going to happen in future. This will certainly happen. But machines, if we will give them permission, they may divert our own focus, our own research arena. It may happen because machines, when they will prevail, they will be imitating and they will be doing something else. That is what we have to prevent, that is what we have to be aware of, and that is why I would like to tell you that future is promising. We have to be aware what we want to do and how we want to move forward, because future is promising. New technologies are coming, and we have to be apt, we have to develop ourselves in order to meet all these requirements. Because if we are not developing ourselves, if we will not be competent to use all these technologies, then we will be outdated, and outdated persons are always kicked. So if you want to be in the market, you have to be relevant, you have to prevail in all these technologies, and these are the little tech issues. You have to be tech savvy, and that is why I always say you that be ready all the time. If you will be honing your skills, if you will be helping your own self, you can do miracles in this life, because it is essential. If we are not being tech savvy, if we are not being, accustomed to development, we can lose everything in our life. And I want to tell you that it takes a little bit of guts, a little bit of, speciality, a little bit of, execution, that if we will indulge in such kind of activity, if we will involve ourselves, we will certainly be competed in the upcoming market. These are in human, neurological ability, neuroplasticity that develops overnight. If we will give pressure a little bit to our brain, neuroplasticity will certainly try to accommodate and assimilate the new knowledge, and that is what will propel you forward. So why, if we are losing the time, we should not lose our time, and rather we should try to enhance our own ability, agility, and that is where the technological field is advancing. With that, along with that, I always advocate that metaphysical reality, metaphysical ability should also be enhanced. If our spiritual capability will be enhanced, we can do miracles in our life as well. Because metaphysical is the foundation of every physical development. Everything comes from your thought, conception of thoughts here. When you conceive a thought, then you give it a form. When you will direct your focus on that, when you will aspire to bring that invention, that conceived reality in your mind, when you bring it in physicality, it is the mere reflection of that very conceived thought, and that is what is the metaphysical reality. When you align your perspective with the universe, new things will unfold. Universe try to meet your expectations, and that is what will be the manifestation in physical reality. And that is why grounding, meditative state are important. Awareness is important, and when you will become aware, when you will really try to dive intellectually and will try to synchronize yourself with the universe, when you will intuitively try to read the messages that are coming around you, what are the unfoldings around you, what are the happenings around you, when you will be focused on that, it will give you a real insight, how to develop yourself and how to see the world, with real lens. There is a lot in the life to take care of. Thank you for listening to me.